All right, Shalom. Before we go any further within this lesson, I want to open up by giving all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. And I also want to give double honors to our beloved elder bishops and to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, whom teach well and that continue to rule well, all right? With much blessings and salutations going out to the hopeful elect, all right, to the Akim, Wafu Akwaf, all right, which would be, the 1/3 consisted of men, women, and children, which are you believers, and also to the Akim that are laboring within this truth, scattered across the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum unto you, into your households within these evil days, these evil times which we are living in, man. The Lord is, turning up that meter. All right, but I came across this video and, the spirit hit me to, go into it because, man, it's just something about it, Jake, all right, which we are known, all right, as Yasharallah, all right, Israel, which, it means he is a prince of power, all right, which is, we're basically sons and princes, all right, of the Most High, the one you ignorantly call God. His name is Yahweh, all right, and it's getting to that point where, life itself and reality is shifting to the truth being brought out, all right. The truth is being brought out, all right, who the true children of the Lord is, okay, who are the true children of the wicked, and who, all right, are the rest of these nations. The Lord is making a revealing, all right, as we are living in the time of, Revelation, okay, Second Esdras, all right, we're living in the time of, Daniel's, the book of Daniel's. All right, basically, man, we're living in the time of the scriptures, bro, okay, where all these things which are written in the scriptures either have came to pass, are currently coming to pass, or going to come in the past within these days that we are living in. All right. But Jake definitely know, man, it's getting to that point where our people are themselves, the Negroes, all right, few Latinos are waking up to the fact that, they know that they are of the Lord's children, that they are descendants of the chosen people, man. All right, and ultimately, what you guys are, you're Israelites, okay, Yasharallah. But just check this video out, man, because soon, all right, not only will it be known, but but it's going to be, it's going to be on you, man. All right, that glory, that glow, okay, from the Most High Yahweh through His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, it's going to be on you, man. All right, and all these nations going to know it very, very soon. All right, but check it out.
The same phrase
You
over
look
and
cool.
over.
I wanna take a photo.
And then they go away laughing.
That's one of the bad sides of black experience in Russia. You never feel human. You're always a toy.
You was telling me there's a game that people play when they
Kids
see a
play.
black guy.
Yeah, so let's say it's a group of three kids, yeah? And they see a black guy approaching them. The guy that notices the black guy first knocks his friend on the shoulder and he wins the game. Sometimes it be a group of 7 kids and one guy just 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, shit.
Bro.
Do you ever get offended from that?
Nah.
Yeah, man. So he's speaking about Jake and his experience of being in Russia or living over there in Russia, in which we understand that over there it's those the Edomites. So he's basically explaining to what he goes through, and how those other those Russians, the Edomites over there, they stare at him with awe, and how basically they make fun of him, they make fun of Jake, In which on this side, man, yeah, they make fun of us, man, because ultimately they understand who we are. They know who we are. All right. They know who we are. And, it's coming to a point where Jake is understanding to, who they are as well. Yet Jake don't understand that we are under these curses. And these are why certain things happen. And, this is why we get those type of looks, all right, from these nations, where we get treated, certain ways. In most cases, it's, we get dealt the bad end of the stick, or, we're looked down upon or make fun of, man, because we fell short, and these nations know that. All right. But soon, we are not going to be made laughing stocks. All right. We're going to be made praises, okay, within the earth. We're going to gain the glory, all right, and the fame in these lands where we've been scattered to for our shame, for our disobedience, for our rebelliousness to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. All right, the Lord is going to turn that, and he's going to make it upright to where soon these heathens, either it be the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Arab man, the East Indian man, woman and child, etc. The rest of these heathens, they have no choice but to acknowledge and reverence, okay, the so-called black, Latino, Native American man, woman, and child. All right, because we're going to be on top. And this is what's going on right now, why everything is happening within the earth, because there's a transitioning of power. All right, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, is keeping his promises, man, of giving us the kingdom of heaven. So,
bro, we are gods. We are gods.
Yeah.
And when you are black in Russia, you really feel it. You really feel the power of black presence. Because anywhere I go, room full of celebrity.
And what he means, he don't mean, black, because this is just a play on, words. Black and white are these words were made up as a social construct to basically put our people within a box and to view the Israelite man, woman, and child as negative, to be, bad, evil, disgusting, because we understand this is what, certain words, like the word black means. It means nasty, wicked, void of light, in which this brother, the proper word, to use for us would be, Israelites, or, Judites, the West Indians, or the Haitians, so-called Haitians, which are known as to be known as the true Jews, the so-called Negroes, blacks, all right, and Jamaicans and Haitians, all right. Because look at their shirts, all right. That's what black is. Look at the color of these brothers' skins. It's brown, but he's just trying to make a point. So
bro,
Never.
we are gods. We are gods.
Yeah.
And when you are black in Russia, you really feel it. You really feel the power of black presence. Because anywhere.
yeah, man, we are gods, as the scripture says, all right. Within our law, it says that we are ye are gods. All right, it says it in Psalms, ye are gods. You see. All right, so the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 6, all right? But before we go into it, the scriptures tell you, man, that we are gods, man. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, you are literally sons of the Most High, man. So if the Most High is a God and his son, Yahweh Shai, our big brother, that's the one you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, if he is a God and we are sons of the Most High, what does that make us? It literally makes us gods. Okay, lowercase g's, all right, lowercase, gods, man. All right, powers. And that's what the word, the title Israel means. All right, that's what it means to be an Israelite, a son of the Most High, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the universe. All right, the same God that stretches out the heavens, which the universe, like a curtain, bro. All right. But it says, Psalms 82:6, it says, I have said, ye are gods. All right. You know, you're literal gods, man, especially to, all right, these other nations, man. All right. Truth be told, they are as peons, man, to us. All right. Even this being in this lower state that we are in, being in this the human body, experiencing this Homo sapien experience, which these bodies are just it's cages, for us, man, because once again, we went off. All right. And this is why, you got that brother over there in Russia. When children see him, they mock him, and they make all they have games for when they see a Jake over there. Something called nigga knot. Which he explained it, but this is within the law, bro. This is the law. This is the Bible. It says, I have said ye are gods, and all you are children of the Most High. All right. And who's the Most High? Yahweh. Okay. I know you Christians didn't know that. All right. I know you Jehovah's Witnesses didn't know that. I know you people ain't know that, man. Okay. Because you call him God. You call him by a title, which God, all right, in the Hebrew means Allah, which means power. All right. So verse 7 says, but ye shall die like men. All right. And this is why we are being ridiculed like the way we do. All right. This is why we get looked down upon so much. All right. Because we are living in this Homo sapien, we're living the Homo sapien experience, man. That this human, flesh being in these bodies, which are, built to be corruptible, man, to be very vile, dirty, wicked, according to our first estates of us being literal gods, man. All right. And it says in fall like one of the princes. Yeah. And this is why we die. Okay. This is why we fall short to the glory. All right. Which is, let me see. Glory. All have fall short. Glory. Damn. All have fallen short. Let me see. Short glory. All right. So the book of Romans, chapter 3, in verse 23 says, it says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High, man. Exactly. We've all sinned. All right. We've all went off, as a nation, as a people, in which we've fallen short to that glory, man. And this is why, once again, these heathens, definitely starting with Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, the Caucasian race, and then the rest of these heathens, the rest of these dogs, all right, look upon us and as they do and frown upon us and ridicule us, make TV shows, memes, okay, had us in museums and made jokes and ridiculed us because we fell short, and they know that. All right. But we're coming to a point to where from the the Lord is awakening us. All right. The awakening of our people coming back to who they are, starting with the elect, the nation of Israel. It's happening, man. All right.
Feel it. You really feel the power of black presence because anywhere I go, room full of celebrities, even
if you think about it, them kids low-key playing nigga now. They just not knocking on the door. They knocking their partner.
And then there you go, Jake. Of course, you're gonna have simple-minded Jake. obviously turn into they're not seeing the wider, the spiritual aspect of, what's being said, because it's not really for a certain of our people right now to get it. But, you know, um, really listen to what this brother's saying, with these fucking Shiva Jat. Well, both of them got Shiva Jatas, but listen to what he's saying, man, because, that's true. Jake has that type of gravitational pull towards them, really, especially the elect. You brothers, you be out or wherever you be about, go out and, do your thing, or, just out in the everyday world, and you'll see certain heathens or certain people, or even, even our own people gravitate towards us, or look at you in a certain way of them trying to figure you out, or want to get close to you, comfortable, or just talk to you, man. It's because the spirit of the Lord that's upon you. But imagine that, that spirit, of Yahweh Shema Shai, in righteousness upon all his people, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it brings me to this precept. So we're going to watch this one more time, though.
The same phrase
You
over
look
and
cool.
over.
I wanna take a photo.
Yeah. And then they go away laughing.
That's one of the bad sides of black experience in Russia. You never feel human. You're always a toy.
You was telling me there's a game that
Yeah, and to these heathens, we are entertainment. Let me see if I can find that one precept. Song. Let me see. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me for a second. Sing us. All right, because really, too, these devils, man. This is why we are known, okay, to be a form of entertainment. All right, this is why you got, celebrities. Majority of the celebrities be Jake, either be entertainers, rappers, our people that are within sports, basketball, football, etc. These heathens use us as entertainment. Okay, we're basically a joke to them now. You know what I'm saying? But soon, hey, a joke's gonna be on them, and which really jokes is already on them, because this is the end of their world. So the book of Psalms, chapter, what is that, 137? Spirit, because that's the same time it is right now, 1:37 p.m. So Psalms 137, and what is that, verse 3. All right, let's start at verse 1. It says, Psalms chapter 137 and verse 1, it says, by the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. All right, it says, we hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. Verse 3 is the point, so let's get that. It says, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song. All right, in which who carried us away captive? All right, who put us upon, slave cargo ships, carried us from one part of the world to another. All right, and not only that, but took us from, certain homes or lands that we've dwelt in. All right, before these devils even showed up to, and carried us back and forth to different places all around the world, man. All right, these so-called white men. All right, starting with him. All right, the Caucasian race, these damn Edomites, and then the rest of these heathens. All right, and within those times, because they know we sung, to our Lord, they know we had spiritual, gospels that we would sing, and within those times, man, they would mock us and tell us, this is what they would say. This is what these devils would say, man. And even to this day, this is what they're still doing. This is why you have Jay-Z's, you have Kanye West, you got Futures, No Caps, Young Boys, and Michael Jackson's, and etc. Entertainers, rappers, modern day poets of our people. It says, for there they that carried us away captive required us a song. And they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. Yeah. What they would call those a nigger gospel, or ghetto gospel today. All right. So, they would mock us, man, and ask for us to entertain them, as us being their slaves. You know what I'm saying? But it's no different. It's no different today. It's the same thing. All right. Verse 4 says, how shall we sing Yahweh's song in a strange land? Exactly. You know, especially our people being scattered amongst the heathens all around the world. All right.
It's a toy.
You was telling me there's
He
a
said you're always a toy.
game that people play when they
Kids
see a
play.
black guy.
Yeah, so let's say it's a group of three kids, yeah? And they see a black guy approaching them. The guy that notices the black guy first knocks his friend on the shoulder and he wins the game. Sometimes it be a group of 7 kids and one guy just 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh shit!
Bro.
Do you ever get offended
Nah. Bro,
Never.
we are gods. We are gods.
Yeah.
And when you're black in Russia, you really feel it. You really
Hey, even over there in Russia, they certain of those higher ups over there in Russia, and even certain of the Russian people, they know that Jake is of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that we are the people of the Bible, man, because they have something called Russian icons. Let's see, let me get the Russian icons. Russian icons. All right, which you would have pictures in the pictures and paintings of our forefathers. You will have pictures of Yahweh Shai, pictures of the apostles, all right, the disciples, which, let me see if I can find a good one. All right. Because even Putin himself, the leader of Russia, all right, came out to show, all right, the Russian icons, man, as he was making a speech. So, let me see if we can find some good ones. Russian icon images, all right, which basically show you, man, but it's hard to find some good ones, man. Hey, but you brothers know, man. You brothers know, man. But, hey, yeah.
feel it. You really feel the power of black presence. Because anywhere I go, room full of celebrities, even
If you think about it, them kids look you playing nigga now. They just not knocking on the door. They knocking their partner.
same
Yeah, Jake done. Jake don't know what the hell he talking about. It says, ironically, I'm half black and was born in Vyborg, Russia. Can confirm like being a micro celebrity wherever you go. Yeah, because guess what? We are the salt of the earth, ultimately, at the end of the day. And whatever these heathens do, okay, it's because they're falling after our people. They're falling after the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native, but starting with so-called, Negro, African-American men and women. They following after them, man, because that's the head tribe. All right, and this is where, that flavor of, is coming from. That's why you got people wanting to talk like us, dress like us, our swagger. Okay, because we have that salt, that flavor in everything we do, and it's not of us. It's all of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's why. All right. All right, so let's get it. What was that? Bear with me for a second. Okay. All right, so Bashem Shai. Zephaniah chapter 3, and we're gonna get started at verse Verse 19. It says, the time is coming. I will punish your oppressors. And this is what Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash is doing. The Lord is punishing the heathens. He's punishing these fucking heathens, man, starting with the so-called white man. And then the rest of these heathens that were aligned with, okay, Esau, Edom. He's punishing them, bro. All right? You see America's getting messed up, man. America's done. This place is through. All right? And you people are done, man, for trusting in this place. You through. All right? It says, I will rescue all the lame and bring the exiles home. Who are the exiles? Us. Okay, we're not in our homeland right now, man. Okay? All right? We're not in Jerusalem. All right? You got some fakes over there, okay, occupying that land that doesn't belong to them. All right? In which they got plans to reconstruct, but guess what? The Lord got plans to reconstruct too. All right? So, y'all people don't belong over there, bro. Okay? You finna get exiled. Well, you can't even get exiled because you never belonged there. You people never belonged there. All right? All right? You fucking small ass. But it says, I will turn their shame to honor, and all the world will praise them. Yes. So the shame that has been spewed out, okay, from Babylon the Great of our people, okay, and the ideology and the philosophies that wine, which, Eve, fucking takes with her when she goes to these other countries and act a fool and shit, man. All that shit's gonna be, it's gonna all be cleaned up, man. Okay, the Lord's gonna clean it all up, all right, once he makes his return, all right, and it be known that the Son of Man is a so-called black man, all right? All right, and when the Lord restores us as a nation, all right, which he's doing it right now, starting with his elect, that's the restoration process, okay? And, basically bring out the truth, man, and who are the Lord's chosen people and who's not. All right. It says, verse 19 from the top again. So the time is coming. I will punish your oppressors. I will rescue all the lame and bring the exiles home. I would turn their shame to honor, and all the world would praise them. All right. Will praise the Israelites. It says the time is coming. Yeah, we're in that time. It says, I will bring your scattered people home. I will make you famous throughout the world and make you prosperous once again. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has spoken. And when the Lord speaks, it's going to happen, bro. He's a man that doth not lie. All right. And, all this, everything that's happening, man, is for us, for the Israel. All right. For the Lord's people, man. The Israelites, not. Okay. Hey, look, you got this lame ass nigga hating. Says gods is in massive cope for circus animals. Yeah, which we were circus animals, man. We were put in museums. We were, and ultimately, man, we were looked down upon because 2/3 of our people and how Esau Edom has gotten into them, all right, and messed them up, man. All right. The ways of the wicked, seductive, the neighbor, all right. Roughly paraphrasing it, but this is basically what's happening with our people right now. But the Lord's cleaning it up, man. It says, then why y'all steal everything and copy everything? Exactly. That's look like the Jake said. Let's read a little bit of these comments. It says, circus animals are abused and kept in enclosures. He's free and people everywhere notice him. And either shocked or become an attraction. He's not really wrong, but he's not really right. He's not wrong at all. It says, this nigga hating, this must be a heathen. It says, I was referring to him as a source of entertainment for the native Russia. The white y'all steal everything and copy everything from us. Yeah, because we just saw the earth. I mean, point was...
Everything. The same phrase
You
over
look
and
cool.
over.
I want to take a photo.
All right, how much more when the Lord restores that spirit upon us and we're literally freaking gods, bro. All right, when we get those bodies, get the law, statutes, commandments within... our inward parts, within that new flesh, that flesh that cannot be corrupt, all right, or can't be fought with, man. It's gonna be over, bro. So, Lord, when this lesson was edifying, closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. Hey, very soon, man. Very, very soon. Then time say shalom.